Hey guys, it's Keynote here. So, it's been a year. It's actually been over a year, and I want to make an update video about what's been going on and what the plan for the future is. So, I haven't uploaded or streamed for over a year. There's a lot of reasons for why I haven't done that, and one of the main reasons is because I have an illness. I have something called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, or in my case, I have something called HEDS, hypermobility Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. So what is EDS? EDS is a genetic connective tissue disorder, which affects plenty of things in your body, including the skin, the joints, the bones, the organs, pretty much everything in your body. One of the more known things about EDS is elastic skin. That's maybe one of the most famous ones. I don't quite have that. I have a little bit like on my neck, I suppose, but not quite like when I pull on it here. There's nothing there in that instance, but a little bit here when I guess when I pull on it. It also includes very easy bruising, which is annoying because even when I just stumble into something, which doesn't even hurt, I wake up the next day and I have a bunch of bruises maybe. And in terms of the joints, is the dislocation. I dislocate my joints very, very easily, which is extremely frustrating, even just in the day-to-day life. Even just like stirring some food together, I can dislocate my wrist. And of course, physical activity, which I dislocate my ankles all the time, especially my left ankle. It's so annoying and it's extremely painful. Some dislocations are more painful than others. My fingers doesn't hurt that bad anymore because it's happened so many times. And I can pretty easily put it back into place. One of the more annoying things as well is my jaw. My jaw hurts extremely much, even just from talking, which is very annoying. And then one of the big things is chronic pain and fatigue, which of course correlates with each other because it takes a lot of energy to overcome pain and getting the rest I need to actually function. Even just doing a normal morning routine or just doing my day-to-day life without a job, it's extremely difficult for me. It's not something that I wish upon anyone to live like this. It's really difficult, but I'm still of course going to try my best to be the best person that I can be, even though I have these difficulties. That's also why I need so much rest, so I can actually do the activities with like friends and family, because I can't have a stable job. I guess I could actually technically have a stable job, for like 9 hours a week, but then I wouldn't have the energy or resources to actually do anything else than just work and then sleep, and just doing that as a cycle, because I would just be in too much pain and it would take too much energy to actually do the work, whatever it is. Even if it's just sitting upright at a computer and working a lot of hours every day, that's a lot of toll on my body, especially my back. That's also one of the reasons why I'm smiling. I'm pretty happy in this video, is because in Denmark I got something called førtidspension, which in English is just translated to like early retirement, which means I'm not required to actually have a job. I just get money from the state, and that gives me more room to enjoy my life, because my quality of life is not very good, so that I can be together with friends and family and hopefully content creating again. I'm also extremely thankful for the supporting network that I have in my life, both from family and friends. Like my mom comes around to my apartment to help me clean because it's just so painful for me, especially things like vacuum cleaning. It's such a toll on my back and on my entire body. And also getting a lot of support from my friends. They've really been there for me. Even just the little things of like giving me a ride here and there, or maybe taking a cab instead of walking if we're going somewhere. Cracking my back when it's needed, which helps a lot too. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. If you're watching this video, to everyone watching this. If you want to learn more about Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, I highly recommend this documentary. I'm gonna link it right there, which follows mainly a guy who has Ehlers-Danlos syndrome and amongst other people who also have it, where they explain their story, and I can really relate to it. And even though I don't wish anyone has this, it's nice to not feel alone. Another quick thing I've also been dealing with is my weight. I think you've probably noticed, but I have lost quite a bit of weight. I've lost about 25 kilograms, which is I think like 55 pounds give or take. It was the plan initially to lose weight because I wasn't really happy with the way I looked, and I wanted to improve my body physically, which is in itself very difficult with EDS. But I started to develop a bad relationship with food. I didn't actually want to eat anything, and it really came to the point where I needed to speak up about this because this wasn't actually healthy. I could just look at someone eating food and I would actually be full myself already. I didn't have a craving for food. It was definitely at a point where there was a serious problem. And I really needed to speak up and say something so I could get the help I needed, which I'm so grateful for because, again, my friends and family are just doing the absolute best at helping me. So yeah, thank you guys. It really means a lot to me. So now, what's next for the channel and for the streaming? So I can say that I want to make content again and I want to start streaming again. But I do have to admit that my spark for Counter-Strike really has died. Or not quite died, it's just been lowered a lot. I do still enjoy the game to some extent, especially the skins and the economy market. I just find it so fascinating. But I do have to admit that I've just found other interests in content creation that I want to do. I've been really into League of Legends. I've been playing it since 2012, and to this day it's still my favorite game and my main game. What I've been thinking about doing is just streaming League of Legends and then making some highlight clips. One YouTuber specifically that I watched a lot in the past as a kid playing League of Legends was Spazzy. Maybe some of you guys know him. But yeah, I really enjoyed his content, and I was actually just thinking maybe I could do something like him, just playing League of Legends and do some funny stuff, maybe playing some flex queue with viewers or something like that. I could actually see a lot of fun in that. I think I would really enjoy it. Also, an idea I had is to actually make League of Legends guides on YouTube, but not quite the guide that you might expect to see. Because when I've searched on YouTube for League of Legends guides, a lot of the content creators, they do make very, very good guides. But what I've noticed is that a lot of the content creators making League of Legends guides, they assume that you are already a gamer or that you have played a variety of games. So my plan is to make League of Legends guides, but as if it were to your grandmother. Maybe, or a person that hasn't used a computer. But I want to try and make it as easy as possible so the person learning the game or willing to learn the game don't become overwhelmed with information. This generation that we are, Generation C, we're gonna play League of Legends for a very, very long time. And maybe one day in the future, an older generation, maybe a parent or an uncle or whatever it is, they want to try and connect with a nephew. They want to try and connect with a son or a daughter or something like that. And if they search on YouTube and try and find guides where a lot of the content creators use terminology, which they haven't heard of, it's going to be very difficult for them to understand what this actually is, because they haven't been a gamer at all. So why would they know what these things actually mean? So yeah, I want to try and make guides for your grandmother. So yeah, you can tell her. Does that mean that I'm not going to make Counter-Strike content again? I'm never going to say I will never make Counter-Strike content again. I could definitely find my love for it again. And I just haven't found the spark, you know, that ignition to actually like, wow, I really want to dive into the skin scene, or I really want to play some CSGO, or CS2, I should say now. It's definitely still a fun game. I actually do enjoy CS2 a lot more than I did CSGO, but I guess that makes sense because it's more polished and more updated. But yeah, at the moment, I'm not really planning on making any more Counter-Strike content. But maybe someday in the future, I can find the love again for the game, and I'll make some more Counter-Strike content again. Streaming is probably gonna be the start route I'm gonna take, and just making some highlight videos that I said earlier, like Spazzy. I'm probably also gonna stream some Football Manager, maybe some poker and logo design. I'm also really into designing logos. I actually designed a new logo for my local football club, which is right here. I even got the logo published in my local newspaper. I also made a petition to actually change the club's current logo to the one that I made. So yeah, if you want to sign it and support me in this extremely important decision to change my local Danish football club, which is in the 3rd tier of Danish football, you can sign it. The link is in the description. Thank you. So yeah, the future is looking bright. It's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be a painful journey, but it's gonna be worth it. Because I know the joy is definitely going to be better than just doing nothing and living in pain, and still enjoy life to the best of my ability, together with friends and family and content creation. which I'm really looking forward to. And to finish off the video, I also want to thank you to all the fans and all the subscribers, and to everyone who has reached out to me asking where I've been and saying they miss me, miss my content, and missing my streams. Thank you guys. It really means a lot to me. So yeah, I think that's the end of the video. So at last, I want to say I love you guys and take care everyone. And I'll see you in the next video or on the next stream. So yeah, bye. Thank you.